Hello there. My name is Michaela Bjorkland. I am so grateful for this opportunity to interview as a potential student for the Clinical Mental Health Program at the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. An area for growth that I am turning into a strength is vulnerability. I've tended to err on the side of caution when it came to being vulnerable, even with those close to me. I was afraid that if they saw the messier parts that they might judge me or love me a little less, even my therapists. It wasn't until I met my most recent therapist that this began to unravel because she saw right through me. We've been continuously working on getting comfortable with being transparent and vulnerable, and I can say that my life and my relationships are so much better for it. I know there's still some room to grow, and I'm so excited to see how this program can help me grow in this area. I really enjoyed reading the professional disclosure statement just regarding how this program will require openness because there will be activities where we have to be transparent and vulnerable because it requires self-growth. I know that working in this area and becoming more comfortable with vulnerability will make me an effective counselor. I know how scary it can be to let people in and just see those messier parts, let alone a mental health therapist. One of my strengths is that I have learned to be a resilient individual. I've had to endure some challenges in my personal and professional life that really fortified my ability to be resilient. With resiliency, I've learned to be patient and empathetic with myself and with others. As a flight attendant, I often have schedule changes and flight delays out of my control. However, I have been displaced from my base twice now, and I have to take a flight to even get to work. This has really taught me to be resilient, roll with the punches, and still show up with a good attitude. Life throws challenges at everyone, and I will always be so grateful for those who showed me patience and empathy during my difficult seasons. I know that this will play a role in being an effective counselor because often situations and circumstances don't change overnight. I will show up, sit with my clients, and be there with them through all seasons. I plan to use my strengths to be a compassionate peer, student, and one-day counselor. I firmly believe the total of my life experiences has led me to a career in mental health. Reflecting on my 29 years, everything I've learned and endured has brought me to this point. The biggest event that solidified applying to this program happened this last July. My biggest supporter, my dad, unexpectedly passed away. I am so grateful for my years in therapy and how it has helped me in these early stages of grief. It has just confirmed how I want to be a support as a mental health professional for others who are facing life's difficulties. Professionally, being a flight attendant has led me to this career field. Sadly, many flight attendants, myself included, struggle with their mental health and don't know where to get the help they need. Flight attendants have committed suicide. I've witnessed panic attacks on the job, and I've listened to countless mental health struggles from coworkers. Granted, I know it's not easy to take that first step, but many of my colleagues don't even know that therapy is covered by our insurance. The company I work for has an employee assistance program, and ultimately what this does is connect flight attendants with therapists. I've utilized this tool twice, and both times I've fallen through the cracks. This has led me to advocate for more awareness of our mental health benefits and to become a counselor. At this time, I see myself serving individuals who are experiencing trauma and grief. This can be, but not limited to, going through the loss of a loved one, experiencing a challenging breakup, going through a traumatic event or crisis, and every situation in between. My time as a volunteer coordinator in the disaster relief effort really solidified that I would like to get involved with a nonprofit. This way I can be mobilized when natural disasters happen and can use the skill sets I can learn in this program. However, I am going into this completely open-minded. I know that I'll learn so much about the mental health field during this process and could ultimately see that there's a population that I would be a better fit for. I believe ethics are essential in counseling, not only to help stay above reproach, but to also protect the client-counselor relationship, especially the client's privacy. Counseling can be really intimidating, so ethics are critical to ensure the client can speak freely and know that their vulnerabilities are safe in the hands of their counselor. I believe ethics also can aid in setting firm guidelines and boundaries. And as a counselor, living by a code of ethics can help navigate issues counselors may face. Connecting with people, even those different than me, has always come pretty naturally. I grew up as a pastor's kid, so for as long as I remember, people from all walks of life attended our church, visited our home, and even just witnessing my parents in conversations anywhere and everywhere we went. This experience really taught me how to connect and to relate to anyone I encounter. I was fortunate enough to attend colleges that were very diverse and had extraordinary international student programs. Because of this, I've been able to befriend individuals from all over the world and many different backgrounds. Now, I'm not saying that I've never had difficulty connecting with someone. I genuinely enjoy learning from people whether or not we share the same views. This has made me be a better person and learn to be open, to always be kind, and even if we don't see eye to eye, we can still have a relationship. Through all of this, I've truly learned to live by kindness is possible even if fondness is not. Thank you for taking the time to review my video submission. I am looking forward to the group interview on February 2nd. See you then.